Hello, everyone. We welcome you all in our next episode of Mental Health Series. Today, we have a guest with us, Mrs. Isha Khanna, who is a certified life coach and parent coach with extensive experiences in behavioral skills, soft skills, and emotional intelligence. Ma'am, we are very excited to have you today with us. Over to Deepti.
Thank you, Rupali, for the warm welcome. And, ma'am, we are truly honored to have you with us today in our mental health series. We're excited to hear your valuable insights, which we believe will inspire and guide many people today. So, without further ado, let's dive into this conversation. But before starting the conversation, if you would give a short introduction of yourself to our viewers.
Thank you very much, Rupali and Deepti, for having me here. It's been an honor. My name is Isha Khanna, and I'm a certified life coach as well as a parent coach. It's been 17 years. I'm into soft skills and behavioral skills trainings, into emotional intelligence, neuro linguistic programming, training, as well as coaching. I help people and parents deal with their day to day challenges and help them grow in their personal as well as professional development. So that's about me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, the first question is like, what type of clients come to you and what are their expectations?
Well, as I said that I am into life coaching as well as parent coaching. So I guess get clients who are looking for their personal as well as professional development. Now, when I say personal development in terms of self-esteem issues, sometimes clients face self-confidence issues. They are stuck in their professional role, and I help them identify the gaps, what is stopping them to grow to the next level. Sometimes I get clients who don't understand how to manage their work life balance. So, dealing with the day to day life challenges, any major change that they face in their life, how to cope up with that change. And along with that, as a parent coach, a lot of times working or non working parents come to me. As you see nowadays, it has transitioned. Changes have happened. So people are facing trouble in maintaining connections with their children, or they are lacking strategies how to influence their children to do the right things. So I help them with that.
Okay, great. Rupali, you can ask now.
That's really very nice to hear all this from you, ma'am. So, ma'am, I would really like to know what strategies you find most effective when you help the clients who are coming to you. And when they ask to you that they want to overcome their negative beliefs. So, in those cases, what kind of strategies or techniques you are using?
Well, there are numerous strategies that we use. To name a few, I would just say that first of all, it's very important for a client to identify there is a belief that they are stuck with. So I do some self-awareness exercises and ask them certain questions that help them to dive deep into uh, their issues, their childhood, at times what they have gone through, and why do they feel in a certain way. So when I ask these questions, they think a little more deeper to their in their problems, and then we come up with the sometimes we come up with the limiting beliefs that they are facing because of which it's holding them back. So that's one of another one is we talk about area of concern and area of influence because a lot of times they clients face the overthinking issues and they don't know where to stop and what they can do and what they cannot do. So I emphasize on area of influence and area of concern that there are a lot of things that are there can be a concern, but there are only few things that are that falls into the circle of influence. And the more they will focus on the area of influence, they will be enlarging that, and automatically the circle of concern will reduce, and they'll be more independent and self-dependent rather, to handle their life in a better way. Yeah.
Absolutely true, ma'am. So now, like as a parent coach, you are already working as a parent coach and a life coach. So what do you think, like, what impact can parenting styles have on a child's self-esteem and confidence, according to your expertise?
What influence a parent can have on the child?
Yeah.
Well,
On their self-esteem and confidence.
parents are like the first word that they, parents' word is like the first word for the child. So anything and everything that parents says to the child, it's like a mark, a solid mark onto that parent, onto that child's self-image. I'll share one simple example. So I recently, my uh, son, I cooked some dish for him, and he came up to me and he said, "Mama, at times you should, whenever you cook something good, no, you should say good job, Isha." And I was surprised because he's 5 years old, and I asked them, I said thank you, and then I asked them, where did you learn this from? And he immediately said, Mama, you only taught me this. That always say good job, Lavya. And I was happy, and a sense of contentment I felt, that whatever we all teach our kids on and off, day in and day out. But these small things, they hold on to themselves, and that's the biggest thing. So, and by the age a child is 7 years, everything and anything that they see in their surroundings, it goes to their mind, and they adapt to that as a sponge, just the way sponge soak water. Anything and everything that is said to the child, or the environment they are groomed by the time they are 7 years of age, it it goes to their subconscious mind. And if parents are saying positive words, if parents are handling their mistakes, even when they are handling their own mistakes, and how they are handling their children's mistakes, play a huge role in how a child sees himself or herself. So that's a strong belief that I have.
Yes,
Absolutely
yes.
true, ma'am. So, like in such type of cases, when parents approach to you or their children approach to you, so how do you handle such cases? Like, is there any techniques or something like that you would explain us?
So you take one technique I have already shared with you, and another one is like a lot of neuro linguistic programming techniques I use whenever I'm dealing with parents as well as children in the children counseling. So, but another one technique is your how they talk to themselves. There is a critical voice. Sometimes children have that critical voice inside. Even a lot of adults have. It's not just the children. It's all of us have that critical voice. So I share the strategy with them, that how to settle that critical voice, how to handle that. So one of the things that I tell them, that you change the voice. Like for example, if I'm not able to do something, so my critical voice will tell me, Isha, you are stupid. So now I would one of the strategies I would ask, who says I'm stupid? So then, if I don't have anybody in person, any other person in mind that says that I'm stupid, that means it's not a reality. Another one, only am I stupid in other things as well? So that question, asking that question. So when we then I try to recall all the good things that I have done. So when we look at all the good things that we have done, then it again validates the point that yes, I'm not stupid. The third thing is, change the way that voice talks. the strong impact that inner voice has on our self-esteem is when it talks with conviction. So change that to a cartoonic voice. I am, you are stupid. So kind of, which you will not take it seriously. So change that inner voice to a cartoon voice. Any cartoon you can choose. So that helps because with the conviction with what you are saying something to yourself or to your children or to somebody else, that matters. So that's what one of the things that I share to handle the
Absolutely
negative.
agreed. Like inner voice matters a lot, and it is applicable in every generation. Yes. Yeah.
Great,
Rather,
ma'am.
it has
Thanks. Yeah.
it has increased that inner critical voice has increased now with the evolution of social media and apps and mobile usage. It has increased because the influence we used to have on each other when we had good interpersonal relations have reduced. Now people don't feel the need to communicate.
Yeah.
It has become a very small circle. Just look at the children around. They are when they are hanging out together, they are on phones. They are not interacting with each other. They're just being there with each other's company and they're on phones. So just imagine they've lost that touch, that human touch, and they're only connected with machines. They are even asking AI their problems. How do
Absolutely.
I tackle that?
Yeah.
I was being bullied. How do I tackle that? This could have been done with a friend, sharing. So just imagine how people will be uh, fearful, how much they'll be fearful of sharing their vulnerabilities to anyone. Everybody is projecting that they're perfect.
Yes, absolutely agree.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for sharing such a valuable insight on this topic. But ma'am, I would really like to understand from your point of view, do you really think that people still have misconceptions about mental health and they avoid giving it a priority? And if you agree with this, then what can we exactly do in such cases?
Misconceptions about mental health, definitely. I will share with you my story. When I was in 10th class, I was undergoing depression, and depression was a very unfamiliar word. It's like you would not even prefer to name somebody in depression until it started coming in newspapers and magazines about stories and incidents or the conversations about this depression. So I was undergoing depression. I have undergone that. It remained with me for 2 years, and only medical intervention was I was taken for a CAT scan. I would not say that my mom was not concerned. My mom was really concerned, but she was not very much familiar about the word counselor or mental health professional. Either they had the misconception about mental health was if a person is mad or considered mad at that time or who's not uh, right in terms of their mental health. Only the person is sick, mentally sick, like one of my uncle. He was a little disturbed since his childhood, and he used to stay with us. So we would say that he was not mentally stable. So only that kind of person can be taken to a psychiatrist or psychologist or a counselor. Not even counselor, but then mental health was not in picture. I was taken to temples. I was taken to babas. I was taken to any place for Bhubuti to understand that okay, whatever is wrong with me, that gets sorted out. And I remember going to school with putting lots of Vicks on my head because it used to pain continuously. And I remember my teacher, my 11th and 12th class teacher, was really compassionate towards me. She was such a nice lady. Uh, she used to be really concerned and she called my mom one day and she said, Ma'am, don't make her sit in the final exams, because she is so much disturbed and she'll not be able to clear it. And my mom asked me, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "No, I will give my exams. Whatever be the case, I will give my exams." And I gave my exams, and I used to study. I used to sleep whole day during my preparation days. Whole day, only half an hour I would get up to eat, and that is when I will study a little bit, and then I'll sleep again. But fortunately, I cleared all my exams of 12th class, and uh, with the help of my school counselor, I was able to get rid of that depression. She has, I used to make chains in my head, interconnection, that, how would I handle this, and that chain would never break. And that counselor helped me to break that chain. I still remember her name is Reema, and that she helped me. I used to take sessions from her during my school hours, and that's when I got rid of that. People used to mock me, saying that, she's fearful of exams. She doesn't want to give exams. It's exam fever and things like that. And but then only she could understand what I was going through. So that's the role a counselor or a mental health professional has. And I believe that's one of the reason I have chosen to be in this field, because I know it's people are not what they look. Their lives, their life challenges are much more than that. And I somehow he- feel glad and fortunate to be that person who can show them that light. So,
Okay. So, ma'am, as you have mentioned that you agree with this, that people still have misconceptions towards taking care of their mental health. Um, is there any way out? I know it's very tough immediately to bring each and every person to the therapy or understand the importance of mental health. But any small things that we can do to develop those awareness besides putting the posts on social media or just talking about it, because I think it's really not working that much. People still feel that this is something that one can handle on his or her own pace. So, is there anything else that we can do about it?
I think that it can be taken care of with the help of awareness. We can consult the school professionals and school authorities and help them to take permission, conduct personal these mental health sessions. And even in your community, we can conduct small seminars. We are doing webinars as well. A lot of people into mental health are doing webinars. I am coming up with one of the certification program on multiple intelligence by Howard Gardner, which is on 23rd and 22nd and 23rd of November. So Saturday, Sunday, and 4 to 6. Wherein I'll be sharing the tips and tricks to handle different. I'll be sharing what are the different multiple intelligence available in a child and in a person, and how do we identify that? How do we nurture that if we have identified? Because as we say that, as we might have heard, is it a born leader or the leadership can be nurtured? So a person may have some qualities of leadership, but other qualities need to be nurtured in order to help him be a leader. So in the same way, multiple intelligence also, we need to identify what kind of intelligence the child has and how we can develop that. So will be conducting one such session on Zoom, and it's free for all educators and teachers, whoever is interested in learning about that. It's a certificate program by Deep Parenting. So, creating such kind of sessions, awareness, I think it will help make people more aware about the mental health. Nowadays, people have become more interior. They don't want to express what they're going through. They have a happy, smiley face everywhere all the time. because it's good to be strong. It's good to be happy, but you should have at least some inner circle, and which we don't have nowadays, with, to whom you can rely upon because of the distance, time, and from work-life balance issues. So that's where the counselors and life coaches pitch in. You can always speak to us, and we can help you, give you neutral view, non-judgmental. So that's how we can spread the awareness of mental health.
Yes, thank you so much, Isha, for sharing your incredible insights and expertise with us today. And I'm sure our viewers will gain a valuable lessons from this episode and will be inspired to implement these learnings in their daily lives. And we also hope that today's conversation will encourage more people to just a minute. Yeah, to seek guidance from experts like you and us without any hesitation, because we have already talked about there is a lot of stigma still in our society. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today in our this mental health series, and we wish you continued success in all the amazing work you are doing, and best of luck from our side also. Thank you.
Very
Thank you,
much
Isha, ma'am, for giving us a valuable, yeah, valuable time and so much of information that you have given, shared with us. And we are really thankful to you for that.
pleasure is mine. Thank you very much for having me. And I want to congratulate you both for starting this series. And it's a very good step, I would say, towards creating awareness on mental health, because people are not aware of that. People don't talk about that. They are too much into themselves. They show a different face to the world. So I think with the help and psychologists like you both who help in people into this, so that's a great support to the community, to the society overall. So thank you very much for whatever you are doing. Keep on doing that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.